and welcome to Case Closed. I'm Charlie Langton, your host. We'll soon go inside an actual courtroom in the Warren District Court to see real small claims cases in action. Now, under Michigan law, small claims cases may be brought by individuals seeking $3,000 in damages or less. Neither side may be represented by an attorney in small claims court, and the judge's decision is final. Now, let's take a look at the first case of the day, the case of the landlord-tenant made simple.
Mr. Madger, what are you asking for?
Total amount would be $2,089 plus
Okay.
court costs.
And why are you entitled to that?
Mrs. Siebert was a tenant of mine, good person, great tenant, but fell into some financial hardship towards the end. And instead of sending full rents, they would send me pieces and kind of racked up a total amount of rent due. Towards the end, upon when she moved out, she did owe $1,635.
Okay,
She left me with a water bill totaling $334.
okay,
And in the contract, the lease, which I do have if you wanted to see it, it's required to have the carpet steam cleaned by a professional upon move out, which she did not do, which I had to do, for an amount of $120.
$120?
Correct.
It's $2,180, or $2,089.
Correct.
Correct, okay. All right. Do you have the lease with you?
Yes.
Can I see that, please?
Sure.
Back rent is how much? $1,635?
Correct.
Okay. And then a water bill of $334?
Yes.
And then the cleaning fee of how much?
120.
$120. She's not there now, I take it, correct?
Correct.
So we have a tenant not paying his rent, not paying his water bill, not paying his carpet. This one sounds pretty simple. Let's see if there are any excuses.
Ms. Siebert, what do you have to say?
I don't disagree with the water bill. I do have a little disagreement in the payment, the back payment on the rents. I paid a $60 payment on 1/5, a $50 payment on 11/12, and a $50 payment on 1/2, which he did not have in his records. And we discussed that before the court started.
$60 payment on January 5th,
Yes,
and a $50 payment on November 12th of last year,
yes.
and a $50 payment on, what's the last one?
The January 2nd.
You made $50 payment on January 2nd of this year, and a $60 payment on January 5th of this year?
It was actually from 2009 that this all occurred. I haven't
Okay.
lived there since March 15th, 2009.
Okay, so the $60 payment was made on January 5th of what year?
2009.
And the $50 payment was made on January 2nd of what year?
2009.
And the $50 payment was made on November 12th of 2009, or 2008?
Yes.
That's not reflected in the $1,635 in back rent?
Right.
What about that, Mr. Madget?
That is correct. We met prior to the case. We went through my ledger and the receipts that they had. Everything matched up except those three.
So, well, does she owe that or not?
I do agree that, yeah, we can subtract the 160 from the 1,635.
That's gonna be a total of 1,400 and, what, $75? 1,635 minus 160 is $1,475. So she owes that. Do you agree with the water bill, right?
Right.
That's $334. What about the cleaning fee?
The cleaning fee, the only problem I had was we were planning on moving out the end of March. My boyfriend, George, he was also a tenant with him. He lived with me. He called him the week before the 15th of March, that Monday or Tuesday, and he told him that we weren't going to be able to stay there any longer. We were going to give him 30 days notice. He said, "Is there any way you can be out by Saturday? I have somebody to look at the house on Monday." So we called where we were moving to and asked the gentleman if it was okay if we moved in early. So we had to move out within 3 days. So we didn't have time to clean anything. And he said, just leave everything as is, put the key in the mailbox. He's like, I just need you out.
Oh, did the place need cleaning, or?
Right. Well, we didn't have time between trying to grab a truck real quick and get out So we didn't have that extra 2 weeks to clean everything up. He
Why,
wanted the
I'm still
keys.
confused. Why did you have to move out then?
He said he had somebody to look at the house on Monday.
Well, it had to be cleaned. It had to be cleaned, I guess.
Right. No, that's fine.
All
The
right.
other thing was a security deposit. I did have a $645 security deposit. I would like that deducted from what
Okay.
I owed.
What about that?
She did not provide a forwarding address.
Well, you can do it now, right? She's here. You get something.
I'll do that, yeah.
All right, so that's gonna be a total of $1,475. That's the new amount for back rent, plus the water bill of $334, which would be a total of, I think, $809. Yes, plus a $120 cleaning fee, which would be a total of $2,009. I'm sorry, if, $1,929. That's what the amount would be. Minus, how much is the security deposit?
You have the lease, I believe, $675?
$675. Leaving it a balance of $1,254. Is that it?
Plus court costs.
Plus court costs.
Yep.
Would that be correct then, Ms. Siebert?
Yes.
So the defendant doesn't have a lot of excuses. That's good. If you owe it, just say you owe it. I have a feeling I know how the judge is going to rule in this one.
Court then is going to enter a judgment in favor of the plaintiff. Damages will be $1,254. The court will add to that cost, consisting of a $65 filing fee and a $38 service fee, bringing the total amount of the judgment to $1,357, I believe. $1,357.
And so that's an easy one for the judge. Let's see if the next landlord-tenant case will be that simple. This is the case of the dirty tenant's lease.
Mr. Pilato, this is your case. What are you asking for?
Yes, Your Honor, we rented a house to this gentleman on December 23rd, and he stayed till April 16th.
Okay?
He paid the first month's rent, and that was it. And he didn't like the house, so we asked him to move out. He said, no, so we evicted him. And he stayed 113 days, and the rental rate worked out to $21.36 per day, which is $650 per month, and the total to rent due was $24.13. And then he had a $242 water bill, and that's what we're suing for. Basically, we just would like to get the money back.
Do you have a lease?
Yes, we do.
Can I see it, please?
Yes. Should I bring it up there?
Officer Nonick will grab that. Got a lease here. That's, not dated, I don't think. Either that or I don't see it.
It's the wrong date.
I don't know, I don't see a date anywhere, let alone a wrong date. It says here that, Ralph Delia? It's hard to read. By this agreement made and enter into on, okay, here, between D.B. Pilato, that would be you,
Yes, Your Honor.
and I can't read the rest of this, John Pilato, here referred to as the lessor, and Anthony Carroll, here referred to as the lessee. It commences December 23rd last year and ends on January 31st, 2010. You had a lease for a month? Is that right?
I may have got the wrong year, but it was supposed to be a one-year lease.
It's supposed to be what?
A one-year lease.
You gotta pay more attention, Mr. Pilato. The year is important. Sloppy. Of course, you signed it, I think, right?
Yes, sir.
$650 per month, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're saying he made, when is the last payment you received?
He paid the first month's rent,
Okay, whatever that is.
$650.
Which was supposed to run when? From December 23rd to January 23rd, or when?
Yes,
Okay, so is that the only thing he paid?
yes.
So you're saying he owes from January 23rd until now?
No, he moved out April 16th, per the writ.
Oh, that's right, okay. You sued to get him out, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you got a judgment of possession?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Was he supposed to pay a certain amount to stay there? Or what
We
happened?
terminated his tenancy. I don't think there was any money judgment whatsoever. I didn't ask for any money.
Oh, you just wanted a judgment of possession?
I just wanted the house.
Well, then why didn't you ask for a judgment, why didn't you ask for a money judgment then? You're asking for one now.
At the time, we thought we just wanted the house back.
Well, you
Just-
got that, right?
We got the house back.
Right. So now you want money.
Well, there's a water bill.
But why didn't, again, my question is, why didn't you ask for that back then?
We thought he would leave right away, and we just were happy with just washing it and just taking the loss. We just wanted the house back. We didn't even want to sue him. We just wanted the house back.
Well, you want more than the house now, don't you? You got the house.
He wouldn't leave. We had to sue him. We had to wait till April 16th.
When do you want rent? From when to when? From January 23rd of this year, right?
Yes,
Till
April 16th.
the day he moved out.
Correct.
All right. And rent is,
$21.36 per day. And we'd like the water bill for $242.
how'd you get $21.36? 650 divided by what?
We took $650 times 12 divided by 365.
Ah, times 12. Okay. $21.37?
Okay?
Is that what you got?
We got $21.36.
We'll go with 36. Okay, so he was in for January, a total of 9 days, right?
Okay, yes.
And then he was in all of February, right?
Correct.
28 days, right?
Correct.
I think 28 days, was it this past February, 28 days? I can never remember. It's not a leap year, no. 28 days, then he moved another 16 days, right? And, oh no, for March, 30 days, 31 days, right? And then another 16 days for April, right? Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
I just want to make sure that you're with me here. So it looks like that's going to be a total of 84 days. And you're going to multiply that times $21.36, right? Which means it's $1,794.24 you'd be asking for. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor, and there's a $242 water bill, which I have a copy of from the Water Department.
Okay, we'll add the $242 water bill. So $2,036.24. That's what you're asking for, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
This seems complicated. First of all, the lease is all messed up with the dates. Apparently, there was another case, and I'm not really sure what the tenant is going to say. Let's see if he's got some excuses here.